It's a Sunday afternoon. It was the Chicago Bears in Cleveland to take on the Browns. The skid marks. Rainy, kind of cold, mid-December. What did you think was ultimately going to happen? You already, deep down, know the answer to that question, folks. Bears football! What an extravaganza of Bears football we got this afternoon. Holy shit. Before I dive into this disaster, a couple of things. Number one, Roger Goodell is the godfather of the modern NFL. He's the commish. He can go wherever he wants. And for some inexplicable reason, he decided he wanted to go watch Bears football take on the skid marks of the NFL. Really? This was the game that you chose voluntarily? Were you being held hostage? Blink twice if you need help so that way nobody will care. Holy shit. Second of all, to all those Bears fans that were celebrating the mediocrity and buying into the bullshit. What's up? That'll cool your ass off. This is the Chicago Bears. I feel like the Bears at the end of the game should have went R.W. McQuarter style, wrote on the whiteboard and said 5-9. Do they still doubt us? Absolutely not. I will never doubt this organization's ability to live up to Bears football. Two mid-quarterbacks, two allegedly great defenses, two allegedly great running games, battling it out. What more could you ask for? Except maybe, entertaining football. But in some ways, this had entertainment value. Like if I was putting this on the professional wrestling scale, this wasn't quite like Psycho Sid jumping off the second rope with the big booted tube at Sin 2001. I don't know that anything could be at that level. It wasn't at the Scott Steiner math level, but it's still pretty high up there. Holy shit. Now, it certainly felt like this was going to be one of those games. I said before this game in my preview video, this is the type of matchup that Montez Sweat needed to not just get some pressure, he needed to have a monster fucking game against those backup-ass, scrub-ass offensive tackles of the Browns. And he delivered. He certainly did. He was monster Sweat today, and he was looking at them scrub backup offensive tackles, and he said, "Tez hungry." And he was eating and eating and eating until it ultimately really counted, and then he wasn't able to make the play. No, I'm not going to blame him. He's one of the few you could say, he don't get the blame. He was great today. Wow, feasting on backups. Still was great today. That's what I asked him to do. He delivered. But the rest of this fucking team, you had them. But I was even tweeting about this, as you're going into the fourth quarter. You look at this game, it's 17-7, at that time. But the Bears got their first touchdown off of a bad Flacco throw, whether it was miscommunication with wide receiver or not, doesn't matter. Either way, Eddie Jackson picks it off, and he doesn't quite get into the end zone. I'm like, oh God, watch this turn into a field goal. It almost fucking did! What you saw on that offensive series for the Bears, where they were gift wrapped, basically, this is touchdown territory. You're at the 1 yard line, 2 yard line, was a series of skid marks behaviors where apparently counting is not in the repertoire in Cleveland. Not a big surprise. Then it was Bears football. Let's run pitch plays that lose yards. Cole Kmet, false start. And then here's Justin Fields on third down, avoiding Myles Garrett, rolling out left. Beautiful throw to Kmet, touchdown. And it's like, fuck. Like, that's the type of play you need your quarterback to make. And he could do that. The problem is you get those great plays with Justin Fields, and then you get those bad to shit plays with Justin Fields, where he holds onto the ball way too fucking long. Like, every time you see Justin Fields hold the ball for more than 3 seconds, that internal clock of dread has to be counting down for you quickly. You say, oh, this is creeping towards really bad, because it almost always certainly fucking does. But that's how they got their 7 points, and even that was a fucking nightmare. Then it's TJ Edwards with the big hit after the Bears come out at halftime at 7-7 when they fucked up. They had actually some type of a drive going there at the end of the first half. And then it was gutless Getsy. I'm going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it big. They'll never see it coming. We're going to hit wide receiver sweeps. We're going to do it. Halfback dives. Oh. But then when it mattered, like you're saying, hey, you're getting close to field goal position, the one time you want the motherfucker to maybe run a halfback draw, he's sitting there, bombs away. They've been complaining about me not being aggressive enough. I'll take it all day long. And meanwhile, Matt Eberflus is dancing on the sidelines. If I only had a brain. Oh, it's only straw up there. But even then, they blow that opportunity. It's 7-7 at the half. And you know, people are going to talk about, hey, look at the Browns. Yeah, that situation, 3rd and 4th down with the Browns. There was some skid marks play calling there. You're going to bring in Dorian Thompson-Robinson on 4th down. You almost don't fucking get it. Meanwhile, the holding penalty on the wide receiver clearly should have been called, clearly was not. Amari Cooper smart enough to drop his hand at the right time. And then Njoku with the questionable touchdown catch, right? It's a fantastic play, though, and beautiful throw by Flacco. But you're sitting there and you're like, okay, this is heading down a bad path. But then all of a sudden, Joe Flacco, first time having the ball in the second half, throws TJ Edwards with the big hit. It pops into Tremaine Edmonds' hands. He's like, well, I might as well make a big play for a fucking change. Pick 6. Again, the Bears were up 17-7 in this one. Joe Flacco had 3 interceptions. Like, you look at that fucking last interception, that was god-awful. They had the look. Njoku was wide ass open in the middle of the seam, and Flacco severely underthrew him. So as much as you're saying, hey, the Bears are up double digits and, you know, people are starting to buy into the bullshit again, you come to that realization of saying, ooh, even though you could say the offense has scored 10 points in this one, they were basically gift-wrapped the opportunity for 7 and still tried to find a way to fuck it. So in terms of points scored of their own fucking merits and volition, we're at 3 today! It's a 2005 Bears game broke out. 3 legit points that they created on offense. Another TD that comes as a result of the defense giving them invaluable field position. And then, of course, the defense scoring a fucking touchdown. Like, I mean, when Trent Taylor muffs that second punt, you're like, oh shit. And then Flacco throws immediately the pick when he should have hit Njoku in stride. You're like, okay, maybe the Bears are going to win here. But no. There is one thing you can never doubt about the Matt Eberflus refuse to not lose defense is that in the 4th quarter, I guess the guys just didn't execute what I had in plan. They're going to piss it down their fucking legs. The Chicago Bears defense that so many people have been trying to pump up and talk about, oh, they're elite, they're figuring it out. Eberflus should be back. This defense is starting to look really good. They gave up 374 yards passing to Joe fucking elite Flacco today. 374 yards passing. The actual fuck. Unbelievable. And the Browns kept coming, right, in the 4th quarter. Dustin Hopkins, 33-yard field goal. All of a sudden, you're like, oh, shit, after everything, it's 17-10. Can't wait to see how the Bears don't score in the 4th quarter, how they fuck it up, and they certainly did. Bad play calling, bad execution by the players, bad execution by Justin Fields, all of it, right? Drops, you name it, every fucking thing. And then the freaking Browns get the ball back with about 4 or 5 minutes to go in the game. And here's Amari Cooper streaking down the middle. Flacco somehow hits him. It's a fucking touchdown. And I know I call the Cleveland Browns the skid marks of the NFL, but Matt Eberflus, you sure you don't need some of this? Are you sure? Because it sure seems like you've got a streak of shit running down your slacks, you stupid motherfucker. And then to top it all off, right? Hey, the Bears, it's a tie game now, but you still got 3+ minutes. Here's Justin Fields, waiting for him to be the savior, waiting for him to make the big fucking play. What are you going to do, gutless gutsy? First down. I've been working on this for weeks. They're never going to see it coming. My God, it's going to be beautiful. They're going to crown my ass in Chicago. I'm going to own the town. 1st and 10. Halfback pitch. 5-yard loss. Like, fuck. Now maybe this game is a lot different if Justin Fields stays on his fucking feet on the 4th and 1 and doesn't get tripped up so easily. Perhaps, right? But then it's 2nd and long, bunch of pressure at Fields' face. Arm gets hit, incomplete, 3rd down, don't get the 1st down. Now the Browns got the fucking ball again. And it was like it was inevitable. You could feel it fucking coming because, again, Matt Eberflus is a scarecrow. He doesn't have a brain. Of course they were going to fuck this up. Of course they were going to choke again. It's a pattern and a trend for this defense in the 4th quarter this year. And the Browns were able to capitalize. And Dustin Hopkins kicks a 34-yard field goal with like 36 seconds left. And what's crazy about it is you're like, at that point, oh, fuck, game's over. Except it wasn't over, even though the Bears didn't have any fucking timeouts. Justin Fields, first throw, Tyler Scott had him at midfield. Tyler Scott fucking drops it, of course. And then, you know, it's like he hits Tyler Scott again a couple plays later, and now Tyler Scott streaking down the sideline, and damn it, I thought he was actually going to go in for a fucking touchdown. Like the Browns defense totally collapses there, but when it came to shit to get time, the Bears offense fucking collapsed, and just like in the first half, where instead of kicking a field goal, they're trying a Hail Mary that results in Justin Fields taking a massive and I would say late hit. Now you're in a spot. You're too far out of field goal range. You got to go for the Hail Mary. And this time, Justin Fields is able to buy time, rolls out to the left, throws back across the middle of the field, and the Bears have a fucking chance at it. And Darnell Mooney has a hit off his hands. He falls down. And then he kicks the fucking ball up, and it's intercepted, and it's game over. And it's Bears football. The we're still in the hunt, we still have a chance shit needs to die. The warming up to everybody should come back next year needs to die. I don't give a fuck what type of excuses you want to make for this goddamn team, this goddamn organization, this stupid fucking roster. Justin Fields had 166 yards passing today. Joe Flacco had 374. Fuck that elite defense that he was facing, because the Browns were missing people on their defense too. You know, big stat that they mentioned during the broadcast, talking about the Browns have 26% of their salary cap sitting on IR, the most in the league. And yet the Bears still found a way to go on the road into that shit-smelling city of Cleveland and lose this one. Fuck out of here. Justin Fields has a couple of great flash plays, a bunch of shit, and then a bunch of meh. It's the Justin Fields experience. And one way or another, through his own doing or teammates, they don't get it done in the clutch when they need to most. A solid, competent coaching staff finds a way to hold on and win this game today. Potentially blows away the Cleveland Browns. Instead, the Bears have the scarecrow Matt Eberflus and the fucking cowardly lion, gutless gutsy, put him up, put him up. And I wonder what the Tin Man Ryan Poles was doing. You know he was smashing some fucking Twinkies and ding-dongs in this 4th quarter. He's not even the right type of fat. Fuck him, fuck everybody, fire everybody. Of course, they did what they do. They won just enough to not protect the tank, but now they lose it when they might have a chance at something, because that's what Bears football is all about. Now we got to sit there and waste our time like we did this Sunday. 3 more weeks until this stupid-ass season is over. And oh, by the way, it gets better. The Panthers beat the Falcons. So now you're one step closer to that Panthers pick, not even be the first overall pick. Fuck our lives.